This week in memes, Belle Delphine finally makes her jiggly return to YouTube, to the excitement of simps worldwide, and to the saddening of e-girls who were thriving in her absence. The Last of Us 2 finally releases to critical acclaim as players very much appreciate the storyline, and nope, looks like everybody hates it, and the memes are kinda gross. And finally, if you're gonna take the time to see a doctor in these times, at least make sure that he's not a Lego.
Slide in the peanut butter, don't sucker who actually regrets me. My mother, I troll betas with my Pornhub. Betrayer, you nothing but a hater, cloud chaser.
Hey, quick question. Should I get this synthesizer or... hold on. Where did I... no. Or this synthesizer.
So Naughty Dog finally releases The Last of Us Part 2 after multiple leaks, speculations on the cutscene, and people initially not taking a keen liking to the game. I wanted to be hopeful. After enjoying watching people play through the first Last of Us game, one that I consider a cinematic masterpiece, I wanted to think the second game could hold some water. Unfortunately, through watching the game on Internet Historian stream on Twitch and seeing everybody else's reaction to it, it seems as though not a lot of people are enjoying the characters that they bump into. Specifically, Ellie, who has grown up in this apocalyptic world, and that's not Ellie. Who is that? Who is this? This character is Abby. You might not be able to tell just from looking at her because her face wasn't in it, but she was actually the person doing the choking in the original leaks of the cutscenes from The Last of Us 2 that showed up on 4chan like 4 months ago. She has since shown up in a couple of different memes that we've seen now that the game has been released, and I can say at this point that none of them paint her in a very good light. The first issue that people seem to have with this Abby character is the fact that she is ungodly swole. Oh my god, she could break me in half. It's honestly kind of ridiculous, the difference between her and Ellie, the other female character that we know so well from the first game. Now, Abby is built like a tank. You can see this in the scene where she's beating up Joel, and it has led people to make a bunch of edits comparing her to some senator and also looking like the Hulk. She is an absolute unit of an antagonist turned protagonist in later parts of the game. Because of her appearance, a lot of people have decided to try and make an inkling to the fact that she might be a transgendered female, but with Naughty Dog making no hints to the fact that she's anything but a cis female, I think we just all need to accept that some women are built to beat your ass. Mine specifically. Ooh woo.
I'm not gonna let anyone get in my way. I'm a failure after all that hard work.
Now, with the tremendous number of memes that came from the clip of Abby choking Ellie, literally every iteration you could think of from all sorts of source material, it should probably come as no surprise that there are a bunch of different examples just like this from other cutscenes that happen throughout the game. The first one we'll take a look at is one of Abby biting Ellie. It seems like an innocuous cutscene. Why would this become a meme? And yet, everything from getting bit by Pac-Man to Chain Chomp biting Mario and so many others, this is blown up alongside Twitter. But there's really one meme that you guys should know well enough. It's in the thumbnail. We're gonna touch on it. Someone's gotta touch on it. The video that you're seeing behind me was made by a user on Twitter named Pandas and Vidya, which is a compilation of all the different edits that various artists have made parodying this sort of awkward sex scene that takes place with Abby and I don't know who in The Last of Us 2. I want to say more, but I mean, look at it. There's got to be a million different examples in this thing. So well done. Now, with this game's launch being leaked 4 months ago and the cutscenes not looking great, the audience probably should have already seen this game flopping. They should have seen it coming, basically. Even though the critic scores have this at head height, the user scores are so close to waist level, it's easy to say that this game officially blows. And it sucks to see, because it's not Naughty Doggy style to do a game so bad that it leaves its entire fan base in the downward dog position. And even though we're seeing everyone get railed from behind with the execution of this game, not just Abby, between that and it leaving a sour taste in everyone's mouth because they expected such a great game, it's safe to say that this entire thing has just been one big gangbang of poor executions left and right. They did a good job with the first game, but unfortunately it just looks like Naughty Dog didn't have the stamina to go round 2.
Your shirt from the I have a little penis store.
Hey, Hankin, where'd you get your pants from? The giraffe store?
Where'd you get your brain from? The calculating I'm retarded store. Hey, where'd you get your arms from? The prepubescent child store? Where'd you get your basketball skills from? The where'd you get your nipples from? The I lactate store?
Belle Delphine is back on everyone's mind after making a comeback video on YouTube, not that kind of comeback video, after disappearing for what feels like years. After posting an innocuous mugshot, everybody just assumed that she must have been arrested for like tax fraud or something. But no, much like Tekashi 69, after being what seems like arrested, she's come back with the exact same video, and the simping has been harder than ever.
French fries, I get down and gobble, gobble up.
I thought you were dead.
My death was greatly exaggerated.
In celebrity news, we've got Skai Jackson, known for such films such as the 2011 Smurfs movie and My Dad's a Soccer Mom, has come under fire recently because of doxing some minors on her Twitter account. Now, you would imagine somebody who's probably a millionaire, works in Hollywood, and has better things to do, would do something other than call out literal 13-year-olds for using the N-word. You can see in this picture here that this gentleman says the word guacamole. I can't say this word, so how am I gonna express this meme? Yo, Pie Matt!
What, this bitch Skai Jackson really out here canceling people over saying guacamole nigga penis? Yo, my boy Sumito, I got you, dog. As a fellow African-American black man, you can say guacamole nigga penis, dog. Go ahead and say it. Say it right now.
Nope, not gonna say it. I appreciate the pass though, Pie Matt. You are a legend. Anyway, not only is Skai Jackson spending her time doxing literal minors, but she's not even getting the right people. You can see in this post on her Instagram story that she didn't even get the right Dylan, whose phone number and preceding high school she decided to show to 500,000 people on her Twitter. She even got a kid who got accepted into his college, kicked out of his exception over some online nonsense. Guys, it's just memes.
I know the law. I don't have to put my window down all the way. What's your badge number? All right, I'm a lawyer, and I'm a Lyft lawyer. What's your badge number?
Your baby fell off the roof of your car.
Chris D'Elia, notable stand-up comedian and internet celebrity, general celebrity, however you want to look at him, has recently come under fire after some previous messages of him asking for pictures from underage girls have surfaced. And people were quick to point out the irony that while he's doing pedo-esque things online, he was actually cast to be a pedophile in the Netflix series You, which is just excellent casting on Netflix's part. Now, while the allegations against Chris D'Elia are relatively fresh, there haven't been any real investigations as of just yet, it's a little too easy to pile on to Chris D'Elia just because of the way that he looks in his stand-up comedy career. My favorite tweets on the matter are, A, this Chris D'Elia is wild, but I guess it's always the first person that you suspect. I can't even say the words. And secondly, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe the people who are saying that Chris D'Elia is a comedian. Speaking of black people, Quaker Oats has decided that they're going to get rid of the Aunt Jemima mascot. It's been on their pancakes as well as their syrups for the better part of 130 years. And while it's always good to not continue to use things that have their identity ingrained in racism, people have been quick to point out that this mascot that they're using, they're only now deciding to get rid of since everybody's talking about racial injustices in the US. Now, they've decided that they're going to be changing out Aunt Jemima with a new mascot, a black female lawyer who enjoys pancakes occasionally named Sheila. That's not true. That's from an Onion article. But honestly, if I said that to you, you'd believe me.
I'm never buying online shoes again. I just got these new Jordans online, and instead of giving me a left and a right shoe, they gave me a right and a left shoe.
Lego doctors. I know what you're thinking, Sumito, Lego doctors can't be all that bad, but you'd be wrong. I haven't seen a doctor in over 6 years because of the coronavirus. I'm too terrified of going near a hospital. But Lego doctors have to be some degree of worse, right? Let's take a look. Okay, Google, your mic is muted. Wait, how'd you know that? Here's some ads. They're not listening when they're muted, are they? Nah, dude, I'm not listening at all. I mean, you didn't say okay, Google, so I'm not listening. I only listen when you say okay, Google. You're good. Go back to the show.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's on X Games mode.
Now, while I might not believe the fact that my Google Home isn't actually listening to me, What I really can't believe is that you still haven't hit the subscribe button. It's right below the video next to the like button, and you know I do these videos every week. I'm sure you don't want to miss them. Also, if you want to watch some other videos that'll make you laugh just as little as this one did, feel free to click one of the videos to my left, and I'll catch you guys on next week's episode. Peace!